Hello, everyone, and welcome back into Conversations with Chris and Cameron. We just got done interviewing Garrett Juice Johnson and Jeff Badet. It was a great interview. We're going to release the first part now, and then next week upload the second part because it was 2 hours long. So not many fans will, watch the whole 2 hours, but hopefully they'll watch at least, 1 hour now and 1 hour next week.
Yeah, I could not recommend it anymore. As soon as we got off, we were like, "Wow, that was an awesome interview." So I hope you all do enjoy the first hour, second hour, however it's split up. But definitely tune in. It was a blast to do the interview.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we appreciate you all watching and listening, of course, but let's get into it. Hello, everyone, and welcome back into episode 12 of Conversations with Chris and Cameron. Today, we've got a really special one for Big Blue Nation. We are joined by not one, but two special guests. Former Kentucky wide receivers Jeff Badet and Garrett Juice Johnson are here with us. Fellas, how are y'all?
Yo, yo, yo. Juice.
In the building. We doing good.
What's
Uh,
up, man? Thank you guys for having us, man.
oh,
And
thank
thank
you.
you all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you
man.
all for joining. I mean, this is our first football special with the guests, so we appreciate you all being our first, guests for this upcoming
Oh,
year.
for sure. Hey, we've been doing that a lot lately, man. Me and Juice been a couple of people first guest appearances, man. So you know what I'm saying? We
That's
just
right.
knocking it out, bro. We knocking it out.
Yeah, and previously I've had
Set
different
that bar.
podcasts, and I've had like the kickers or punters as our first episode, so it's great to have actually wide receivers now,
Hey, okay.
Yes, sir. Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, so let's get right into the episode. Here's a question for you, Jeff. Looking back, what did you think about the 139 yards, two touchdown performance you had against Mississippi State in 2016? What did it mean for you and your confidence? And of course, you had that big reception at the end to cause Austin McGinnis to have that game-winning field goal. You can't forget about that.
Oh, y'all jumped it off the bat. What?
Had
Y'all that
to.
was my y'all remember that.
Man,
That
I
was
remember.
Hey G, that game was crazy, man. Yeah, that was by far probably my best
Man,
game. That was by far my best game in college. People don't even realize I caught a full body cramp, so I missed like the whole third quarter. No, I think I missed like
yeah.
part of the third
Yep.
quarter and like most of the fourth quarter. I was literally in the back. I caught a full body cramp. They was like poking me, trying to give me an IV. They couldn't find my vein. So I'm just literally back there trying to get back in the game. Like it was so I'm like, I'm having the game of my life. I'm trying to go. I can go for 200 today. Like I really thought I can go for 200. Like I
Man.
felt like if I would have never missed that time, I probably would have went for 200. But no,
Uh,
that was a real fun game.
Yeah.
Mississippi State is a game that's always been kind of tough for us, you know what I'm saying? When we got to Kentucky. So it was just, I don't know, I was like as a football player, you just get in your zone, you know what I'm saying? I just got into a zone real early, especially as a receiver. If you get in the ball real early, you can kind of get in your zone. So
mhm.
the coaches just did a real good job of getting me the ball real early. So it ended up turning into like a career game for me. So real fun. A game that I'll never forget. You know what I'm saying? The game was real live. I ended up being on You Got Moss, and I didn't even know Monday Night Football. I wasn't even watching Monday Night Football. I just remember my phone blowing up, and I was just like, I was like, "What's going on?" And everybody like, "Bro, you was on You Got Moss Monday Night Football." I was like, "Oh snap!"
Yeah.
So yeah, that was lit, man. That was lit.
Yeah, and I know, like I said in the question, I know some fans probably forget how we ended up with getting that field goal by McGinnis, but I mean, how did that feel to get that reception to get us into that field goal range?
Yeah, man, another good question. Man, it's funny. So I had two players that season that set up McGinnis for the field goal, but only thing I remember is those plays. We literally practiced those plays like what Friday G like the last day like walkthrough or something like that. It's something like we literally only practiced that play
Yep.
like one time like during the
Yep.
week, literally just one time. So I just remember running in and practice, and I think Steven like kept throwing it over my head or something like that. And then we literally came in the game, and it literally just we coach called the play, and then me and him ended up just being on the same page. So it was crazy, and it was kind of funny because I wanted to get more yards, but I'm like, hell no, I got to get down. There's only like 3 seconds left. You know what I'm saying? But I
Get
seen a
down.
crease. I seen a crease. I'm like, ooh, I want to split it, but I'm like, nah. If I get tackled, then I then lost the game. So
Yeah.
yeah. So like I said, it was just a play that we ran literally the like Fast Friday, just a play that we only run like once or twice, and then we ended up capitalizing in the game.
Understood.
Yeah, that's good stuff. So over to you, Juice. So you also had some history breaking records and stuff too. So
Yes,
what did
sir.
it mean to you to become the first UK player to have 440 plus yard games?
Ooh, y'all hear that? Y'all hear that, BBN? Say that one
Uh,
more. Say that one more time, bro.
yeah,
Cause
for,
I ain't even know that. Say that one more time, bro.
It was
man, yeah.
Juice was a
You
legend.
enlightening me, Cam.
Really, really. That's that. Okay, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so you said so, man. So I guess so. This is raw. So it's raw. Knowing that now,
Man, that's
man.
fire, bro.
Before today, before today, I did not know that. Um, Man, but
Amazing, bro.
reflecting on it now, looking back on it now, it is it's amazing, man. I think like just like Jeff was saying, at those times, man, we out there, just some young college kids running around trying to make a name for ourselves, and all of the accolades and everything that came behind it, that we celebrate now. Sure, we're one of those things, but every day we're just going out there just to win, talk a little trash, you know what I'm saying, and put a
Mm-hmm.
little juice in, you know what I mean, and clock in. So, man,
All
I
right.
would just say, man, it's amazing. It's amazing what happens when you put your head down and you keep your eyes and everything fixed on where they need to be, and man, good things happen. Good things happen because again, I did not know that until today.
Amazing, bro.
I was glad we could enlighten you then, because
Man,
that's
that's
history
awesome.
right there.
That's awesome.
That's history.
That's
They need that.
awesome. Man.
BBN need to know that.
Yeah.
That's fire.
And so
God knows.
I got one for you, Jeff. So you were known for explosive catches, like you mentioned. You had two that will go on in BBN's minds forever. But what was your favorite deep ball touchdown at Kentucky and why? Maybe not just a big play, but a touchdown.
My deep ball touchdown. Let me put my thinking cap on. Uh, Man, you want to know what's funny? G, you just said something about clocked in, bro. I remember the first time I introduced the whole clocked in when I wore a G-Shock in the game,
Yeah.
and I think it was the first game of the season. I think we played Louisiana Lafayette. I want to say. I think that
Yep.
was and I caught a little deep ball in the first quarter, and that when I established the clocked in. That when I wear my G-Shock in the game. So I think that might have been my favorite one right there.
Understood. And speaking about the clock, I mean, what made you decide to wear the watch during games? It became popular, of course, during your time at UK.
Man, I want to say I think I seen who was that Oregon player that had like a gold watch or something like that. I think
Man,
I can't remember who it was.
I remember.
It was some player. I don't know where I got it from, but or damn, y'all got me thinking, Deacon. This was a while ago, man. Let me go on my break. I think, man, I ain't even gonna lie. I think I probably was wearing the watch. Oh, that what happened. I was wearing the watch
In
and
practice.
I practice. Yes, bro, you can do it.
Yep.
G. I had the
Yep.
watch. I wore it in practice. Like I just ran out in practice. And I wore it. I was just like. I think I'm gonna wear this in the game. But the funny thing is, so I had the big G Watch. So I mean G Shock. So you remember we went to the mall, bro, and I was looking for
Yep.
a small one. We went to the mall and I was like, I don't want to get in trouble, so let me go find a small watch so I can see if I can wear it in the game. So I wore the small watch in the game, like I said, against Louisiana Lafayette. It kind of like blew up a little bit. So I'm like, oh, bet I can go wear the original watch. So I wore my other original G
Yeah.
Shock in the game.
It
Did
was DeAnthony Thomas. That's
That's
who
who it
wore it.
was. That's who it was.
Oh
Yes, yes.
man,
Yeah.
D'Anthony Thomas.
yeah,
I seen
did
him.
yeah.
I seen him wearing. I'm like, hold on. I know I can get away with that. But
That's
I'm
right.
gonna put a small watch. I'm gonna wear a small watch though.
yeah.
That's right.
Did any of your watches break at all?
Nah, surprisingly it didn't, man. And then kind of funny. I don't know. It like became a thing, but then it like went away.
Mhm.
So it's kind of funny. Like if I would have done it now, NIL, I probably would have had a nice little G-Shock deal or something. You know what I'm saying? I could have been.
Man,
I
with the
would have been doing it
Shadur.
before. I would have been doing it before
Yeah.
Shador. You know what
Your
I'm saying?
favorite
Oh,
person.
yeah.
Shador was putting it. I was putting it down. I was doing this. He had the up motion. I
Yeah.
had the down motion.
Yeah. That's right. Come on, man. Yeah. Yeah.
No,
That's
How that
good.
break down.
fun times, man.
Juice, quick question for you. Take me back to that 2016 Louisville game. What was going through your mind whenever you got that
Ooh.
75-yard touchdown on the first play?
Ooh, at
Ooh.
that point right there, I think just like Jeff from the jump, from the
Yeah,
jump
you getting
when
that
we
ball
were
early.
talking about this, we talk, yeah, getting the balls, getting the ball in your hand early, just getting the momentum, getting everything there, because I'm sure. Jeff would tell you after, but this was the first play. Typically after, the first play, um, man, I'll tell you some things as we keep going that that y'all might laugh, y'all might pick them. But going through, it's nothing like that first play. If you get whatever happens, but after that second play, it's like, okay, let's go. Let's
Yes.
go. But
Yes.
this right here happened to be the first play. So with this, the first play, I saw everything exactly happening how it did in practice. The
Yes.
safety rolled over with the motion,
Yes.
and we going right behind him. As soon as I saw the safety rolling, I could have threw it. I could have threw it up right there. Let me keep my hand on the wheel. But
Anybody could throw that ball. Stoops could have
oh,
thrown that ball.
come on, give it to me. Give it to me. So man,
Nah, all
after that
facts.
right there, the emotions is riding high. Oh man, at that
Right.
point, I say, yeah, we about to kill it. We about to kill him. We about to kill him now.
That game was crazy, man.
27 and a
Yeah,
half point underdogs.
Yeah, we
man.
was saying, yeah, we was a what, 27-point underdog, right?
Yeah, 27 and a half
Yeah.
point
So
underdogs.
yeah, so I remember that because
And
Coach Stoops was saying that in the locker room. You
messed up
remember?
them spreads. Yeah, I
And
remember.
yeah, he was talking about
I
then
remember.
we were playing some song, and then Coach Stoops didn't even give us a pregame speech. Like we was rapping the song, and then he was just like, "Let's go, y'all
Let's
ready to
go.
play? Like, come on, let's
Let's
go,
go. Ain't
let's
nothing to talk
go."
about.
He didn't say
Nothing.
nothing else. He was like, "Come on, you guys are ready to play. Like, come on."
Yeah.
Damn lit, man. Fun times.
Man, good times, good times. But can we go back to Jeff? Can we go back to that deep dig by Jeff? Because I got a fond memory on that. I have a fond memory on that too. Me and Jeff, we're on the same side. To the left side,
Yep,
we're
to the
on the
left.
left. We're on the left. So the linebacker, I see it vividly. I see it vividly. I'm running, and typically I don't do this. So I know what I advise any young athletes to do. What I'm saying right here, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But so we were running. I had to clear out. I had to clear out
Yep.
right there, and then Jeff coming with the deep dig underneath. So I'm running. I'm running by the linebacker. I make sure that his eyes is not on Jeff, not on Jeff. So we clear him, and as soon as I get past like far enough, I stop my route. I just turned around and watch
Hey, watch
and
this.
watch Jeff and watch everything unfold. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
bro.
slow mo, but I see it. I see it right here, man.
Yeah.
I see it.
Man.
Good times.
Good times. Good times.
All right, you got one, Chris, or you want me to go?
You go, Cameron. I've been
Okay.
asking a few
Okay.
questions. I'll let you go.
Okay. We'll keep it going with Juice for now. We'll ask him another one real quick. So
Yep.
I don't know if this will be any news to you, like the last question, but you caught a pass in 11 straight games and had 100 plus receptions in your career. How did you like maintain that consistency week to week?
2,000 yards. So I think only 3 receivers did that, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's very few, very few.
Yeah, I
I
about to
can't
say,
I
I
can't
think we
remember the
only got
exact
like
number.
3, 4 receivers that went over 2,000 yards. We got to point that out too.
Oh
My
man,
dog.
y'all throwing it on me, dropping it on me. Man, I think I'm from Florida. Well, me and Jeff are from Florida, and I knew, um, man, leaving, going to the big blue state, man. We were on a mission. You know what I'm saying? We were on a mission the entire time there. The memories, they're beautiful, beautiful memories. Um, but it's something about, again, we went up there with a mission. We went up there with a purpose, and I think maximizing the opportunities was something that Jeff and I was, we still stand true to, but maximizing the opportunities. I wasn't one. If I got the ball, I had a couple times EKU where I got laid out, and I finished watching the game like Friday, like what it is like Friday night lights at the hospital. Uh, but we went out there, man, and honestly, whenever I got the ball, man, I wanted to make something. I wanted to make something happen. It wasn't just I was maybe 160, 170, but
Hey, your ass
Cal,
was
hey
strong. Your ass
Chris,
was strong though, boy. Hey,
that's
your ass
right,
was
yeah,
strong.
that's right, that's right. We was pushing weight, and I knew and again every time I was like, man, who knows when I'm gonna touch this pig skin again. So every time that I get the ball, and I think it started in practice. you know, again, to the young ballers, it started in practice. We always had a high work ethic. And I think all of those things, you know, it translated to the game. Um, you know, and living right, man. And, you know, because, you know, people say karma, universe, you know, all these types of things, man, you know. Um, man, I'm a believer, you know, I'm a believer. So, you know, this the Holy Spirit right here, man. I'm a believer, but,
Hey,
you
amen.
know, those, man, you know, just living right, man. I believe that, you know, he honors those things. And again, hard work, um,
Mhm.
hard work and a whole lot of faith, man.
Mhm. I hear
Yes,
you, man.
sir. Yes, sir.
Great answer, brother.
Yes, sir. Yeah, try not to preach right there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
But yeah, yeah,
I be needing it.
that's
Hey,
right. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
wide
nothing
sir.
wrong
open,
with that at
open.
all.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
sir.
Oh yeah.
So back to you, Jeff. You had a catch in nearly every single game you played at UK. What was your approach? I asked him about consistency week to week, whatever. What was your approach uh, to be that like reliable as a wide receiver for the offense?
Yeah, so it was just like G said, just pretty much just maximize the opportunity, being grateful that we're able to play in front of so many people, you know what I'm saying? Grateful that I'm able to wake up and play the game that I love, you know what I'm saying? Just literally just trying to see like any way I can help my team win as well, you know what I'm saying? If they needed me to go up top on somebody, you know what I'm saying? I was ready to do that, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, so like it was just like I said, it just pretty much just being grateful to play the sport, you know what I'm saying, play the game, you know what I'm saying, being able to uh also play football with my best friends, you know what I'm saying, guys that I'm still cool with to this day, you know what I'm saying. I know we talking about all these games, but time is rolling, man. It's down at 9, 10 years ago, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty crazy, you know what I'm saying? And I'm still here with the guys that I was battling with, guys that I was training with each and every day, you know what I'm saying? Blood, sweat, and tears. Garrett was somebody that I literally forced to come to Kentucky in a sense. I was just like, hey, bro, you ain't, I was his host. I was like, bro, you're not going nowhere. Like, you're finna come here and you're gonna play like you're gonna start as a freshman. I was like
Yeah.
in the SEC, I like what more do you want?
Yeah. That was it.
Yeah,
That was it.
that literally what I told.
That
I'm
was
like, bro,
it. Yeah.
you gonna start freshman year. Like all like guys from Florida, all we been competing all our lives, so we know we're gonna go against the best of the best. So it's just with us, we just want to play really. We just want to compete. That's
Mhm.
literally
That's
all
it.
it is. We just want to compete. So
Yep.
we knew Kentucky was a spot that we can come in and play right away and be able to compete against like the best of the best because it's the SEC football. So, like I said, it was just every day was just being grateful and just thankful that I'm able to play the game that I love.
Yeah. And this could be a question for both of you too, but what players are y'all still close with from the previous teams?
You at Kentucky?
Yeah.
Oh
From
yeah, so I'm still close with Garrett, of course. JoJo Kemp, that's like my brother. You know, he was my roommate all 4 years. Then we don't lost Juice. He'll be back in a second. But yeah, like I said, I'm still close with Juice. I stay like 30, 35 minutes from Juice. Like we in the same city. Still real close with JoJo Kemp. My boy JD Harmon, Blake McLean, you know what I'm saying? Blake McLean in Tampa. Uh, Kendall Randolph. Yeah, like I said, all the guys like my roommates, like Garrett, Blake, JoJo Kemp, Kendall, like those like my roommates, you know what I'm saying? So those are guys I'm still close. And we all Florida boys, so
yeah.
man, I can name a whole, but
Right.
well, I'm about to say we got an OG group chat on Instagram that's literally been existed for like 12 years now. And it literally like it goes all the way back to like Raymond Sanders and those class, like Raymond Sanders, Bud Dupree, Ronnie Shields and all them, all the way up until like I think Garrett and them is the last class. Garrett and Kendall. I think them like the youngest in the group chat.
The
And
last one they put in.
it's called OGs, the
Okay.
OG chat. And then literally all of that, you know what I'm saying, Kentucky football player, we sending reels to each other, talking to black and back. But yeah, man, like I said,
Y'all
like
still send
it
stuff
was
in
a
there?
brotherhood. Yeah, to this day, like somebody saw something
Yeah.
today.
That's awesome.
Like I
Very active.
said,
Very
yeah, very
active chat.
active. Like I said, 12, it started, I think it was created like in 2015, 16, and it's like I said, it's still standing. I think it's a good like 20 of us in there or something like that.
Hey,
Maybe like 12 of us are active. Out of the 25, maybe like 12 are like active.
yeah. Hey, still
So
that's pretty impressive. A decade.
yeah, man. Like I said, you got guys that, you know what I'm saying, that you going to battle with, you know what I'm saying? We done had like outside of football guys that we was able to sit down and talk about life with, you know what I'm saying? Guys that know our families, don't met our moms, you know what I'm saying, sister, brothers, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like we don't seen the best of us, we don't seen the worst of us, you know what I'm saying? So it's just something that like, you know what I'm saying, that just forever. Something that we say like 5L. You know, people like to say 4L, but we like to say 5L. We like to go past that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's literally like that You know what I'm saying? That brotherhood, that brotherhood is deep for real. Like
It,
it's
it,
something that I cherish. It's something that I tell those guys all the time. Like, man, I really cherish you guys. Like,
oh
so
yeah.
I'm really, you know what I'm saying, grateful to have you guys in my life. Cause like I said again, like these are guys I can go and talk to about anything, man. Like, I can hit them up. Anything that's going on, I know they're just a call away. So
That's it.
that's a great thing about football.
That's it. Beautiful game.
Yeah.
Beautiful game, yeah.
What about you, Garrett? Who are you still close with?
Man, I would I would echo, everything Jeff said, man. All of those guys, and um man, even some of the I would say like the class, even the
Oh yeah,
class
the younger
under.
class. Yeah, the
Yep.
younger class, yeah.
Yep. So
Facts.
so the younger class with with Lynn, that class,
Mhm.
man,
Josh.
all of those guys right there. That was my roommate. That was my last roommate. But man, Lynn, man,
Who
pretty
that?
much every
Josh Ali?
Ali,
Yeah.
yep, Ali. Um, who else? Who else, man?
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute.
But
It's been a minute.
you were
But,
saying Lynn Bowden Jr.?
Yeah,
yeah.
Lynn. Yeah. We
That's
real
yeah.
cool with Lynn.
Crazy.
Oh
Yeah, we
yeah.
real cool with
Yeah.
Lynn.
That
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, Lynn, man. That special player right there. Special player.
Special.
I'm ready to
Special.
talk. I'm ready to talk about him too at any point, because that boy right there, man, was a
Yeah.
game changer.
Yeah, we can definitely bring him up later on in the podcast. But another quick question for you, Garrett Johnson.
Yep.
You've your name sits right next to Randall Cobb on Kentucky's all-time receiving list. How does it feel to be mentioned alongside a player like him?
Y'all hear that, BBN? Oh,
Man.
hey, I'm gonna keep repeating stuff, man.
Uh,
Y'all hear that? Randall
oh
Cobb,
man.
nah.
Yeah, this ad lib.
We know how much BBN love Randall Cobb. I love Randall Cobb. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's right.
So
Same.
I love Drew Johnson too now.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what I'm saying? You
Yes,
feel
sir.
me?
Oh man, it's surreal, man. It's surreal. Man, and again, that lengthy answer that I gave you before. Man, I think when I don't see it, it's just kind of it's a thought. But when you see it, on the internet, you see it you kind of see it plastered everywhere. Man, it just puts me in a very a posture of gratitude. Super thankful. Man, this past year we went back and
Oh yeah.
saw that they added me to the wall. Added me to the
In the
wall in
receiver
our
room.
receiver room.
Mhm.
Fire.
So with some other legends up there. So man, seeing those things, it's like, man, it's almost like a kid again. Like dreams do come true. Dreams really do come true.
Mhm.
But again, that wasn't the plan. The plan was to go there, make plays, have fun. They were my brothers. But in the midst of all of that, you know what I mean? In the background, all of I guess the numbers, they just kept on stacking up. And again, maximizing the opportunities. And man, it's surreal. But I'm super duper thankful to be on that list amongst so many other greats.
Yeah.
You are fourth. You said I think third earlier.
Ooh.
Yeah, fourth. It's
Fourth.
crazy. It's
Or
Craig
Okay,
East,
y'all hear that?
Keenan Burton,
Fourth.
Derek Abney.
Who were the
Some
four?
Say it
legends.
again. Say it again one more time.
First is Craig East.
Oh yeah, Craig. I
Two.
Craig. You used to always be around us.
yep.
He used to always come by. Yeah, he used to always come by when we was at Kentucky.
He's a
Great
legend. Then
guy.
it's
The
Keenan
legend.
Burton,
Oh yeah,
and
Keenan
then
Burton.
Oh, Burton, yeah.
Oh, and then
Yeah.
Abney, right?
Derek Abney. Yep.
Yeah, he was nice.
Yeah.
That white boy was nice, boy.
Yeah.
Hey, you're giving Juice a lot of credit though. You're top 20 though. You're
Hey,
still top 20.
3 years.
Y'all both
That's
put up
on it. That's
numbers.
you know what I'm saying.
Hey,
3 years. I did it
Where's
in 3 years.
Wandale
I'll
come
take
on.
it. I'll take it. 3 years. I'll
Come
take it.
on. Top
In
20.
my
Come on.
Yeah,
you feel-
y'all both up there, man.
in my
Yeah.
That's right.
Is
my
Wandale
3 years, I'll take it.
because he only played 1 year at
What's
UK?
that?
Oh
Wandale.
yeah,
Wandale?
Wandale
He's
went
19.
crazy though.
He's
Yeah,
not.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
crazy. In just 1 year, he's
1 year,
1,300 yards.
yeah, he snapped.
Dane Key
Crazy.
was pushing it. He's fifth on that list. Dane Key was
Oh,
getting up
Dan
there.
Key fifth. He fifth on the
Yeah.
list.
Yeah,
wow.
but he
What?
just came back.
He
Under.
did
Came
that.
back.
He did that in 3 years, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. 3 years.
Damn, that boy was
Man.
snapping, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They started throwing the ball out there when we left,
With
goddamn.
Liam.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Liam.
Facts.
Yeah.
What? If I would have had Wood Levis, all right.
Oh, man.
Yeah, y'all'd be sitting 1 and 2 if y'all had some
all
Oh,
right.
gunslingers
yeah.
out there.
Oh, yeah.
Good little
Yeah, it'd have been
4 years.
over.
1 and 2, it would have been over for real. No
Yeah.
cap.
I wish we
Nah,
could
that's
have
lit,
gotten
bro.
Craig Easton's son though to UK. Of course, I believe he went to Louisville.
Man, we tried to get him, bro.
We
Bro, I'm
tried.
trying to listen. So, like I said, Craig used to always be around. He used to come around, always around me and G, giving us gems and all that. Then
Yep.
he had little Russ pulling up. Like Russ was pulling up. Like he used to be on campus with
Oh,
us, literally chilling with
yeah.
us. Like
Yeah.
Craig, like so crazy. I'm just like, bro, you know you coming here, right? You know you coming. Then he done went to Louisville. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you got that ugly red on, bro.
Oh,
You got that
They
ugly,
stay
you got
down.
that
They
ugly
stay
dirty
red
red.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
still down. Way
Yeah,
yeah.
it was
down.
so that was I say it was been so crazy, bro. He used to be around us as a little kid, bro. And then to see him balling right now, he's still in the league, man. I think he probably year 4, year 5 or something like that, man. Shout out to him, bro. My boy
Yeah.
Russ.
Shout
Hey,
out. Yeah, shout out to
speaking of
him.
belts down, what do y'all think about that Vince Merrill move to Louisville?
Oh man, that's another little that's a big little jump.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
had to
That's
bring it
I
up. We're
mean,
talking
man,
else
me
down.
me personally, I'm gonna give Merrill his flowers because of how good of a recruiter he was. He got me to come to the UK. You know what I'm saying? He was one of the guys that got me to go there. I'm gonna say over the years, we can count countless players that he had hands on to draw on to Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? Help Kentucky, 10+ win season, big bowl games. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So got to get credit when it's due.
yep.
Obviously, he probably made that move that was best for him and his family. So, you know what I'm saying? I won't never fault no guy for doing that. You know what I'm saying? Wish him nothing but the best in the future. Not against the Cats, though. You know what I'm saying? Hope we Cats by 90 when we play against his you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
again, like I said, I give him his flower. He was such a great recruiter, you know what I'm saying? Got the guys to come to Lex, you know what I'm saying? Got some big name guys to come to Lex.
Yeah.
Agreed. Agreed. Yeah, I couldn't see that move being anything other than it being better for his family,
Right,
himself, and in a
right,
business decision, man.
right.
It's a everything, this industry that we in, man, it's business. And I wish the money was going around, about 10 years, the 10 years ago, how it's going around now.
Nah, for
But
real.
the money has always been going around, man. And
Mhm.
so with that, all we can do is just like Jeff said, man, he was great at what he did, great at what he, still does. Connecting with kids and being able to speak the language, put them in put them in good situations, that's better than typically 10 times out of 10 than where they're coming from.
Mhm.
So putting them in great positions, man. But with that right there, I wish them the best.
Yeah.
Again, when I'm not sure the date, but whenever we play them, we're going to BTA, belt to ass. B, yeah, BTA, but that's right. That's right. That's right. Uh but I do, but I again, it's a business decision. Can't knock him. You can't knock him. He helped us out and definitely helped us to where we are now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, hey, Chris, shoot another one at Jeff real quick. My thing turned off when I tried to look that up.
Oh, it's all good. Another question for you, Jeff. You battled through a redshirt year after injury in 2014. How
Oh
did
man.
that setback shape you as a player and a leader?
Man, that year was very, very tough for me. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. All I remember, I just remember the confidence I was gaining after my freshman year. You know what I'm saying? Being able to play the games that I did. I think I had a career high my last game against Tennessee. I think I finished like 6, 7 catches. That was like the most catches I had in the game. So my confidence going into spring was just up here. So I remember just balling out during spring, making hella plays, being ready to come in and be a starter the next season. I remember breaking my leg. I think it was like 2, 3 days before the spring game, which was wild. And then end up suffering an eye injury, getting hit in the eye with a tennis ball. It was just I don't know
What
that
about
year
that,
that
bro?
hey that year was tough. I'm just like I didn't
Yeah.
even get a chance. I remember like I said I'm forcing G to come to Kentucky, and then I like and then I didn't even get a chance. I didn't even get a chance to play with him his freshman year when he came in. You know what I'm saying? Going crazy. Like I said, I missed out being able to play with Bud Dupree one more year. So like I said, it was just that year was just real tough. Not like being able like just being away from football. Bro, I remember I remember I flunked all my classes, bro. I was just like, I didn't come here for this, bro. I came here to the ball. So I remember like being so I just remember being so discouraged. I wasn't even going to class. I like, man, F this, man. I'm not playing football. I like F this. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was real tough. But what people don't realize, you know this, but not many people realize, I ended up getting faster after I broke my leg, bro. It's crazy. Like
Great.
I got way faster after I broke my leg. Like I was fast coming in, but after I broke my leg, I took my speed to like a whole
Crazy.
another level. Like it was weird. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Transform.
Oh yeah, I think after that
Transform.
I went like 3 years without losing a race. It was crazy.
That's crazy. How quick was your
Yeah.
40?
My fast well my the time that they got I'm me running for the 4.27, but the fastest I clocked was like a 4.25, 4.24.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's moving.
That's some different
Sliding.
speed right there. That's every once in a while you see somebody running that fast.
I agree.
But yeah, man, my bad. Just a quick ending. What helped me get over it though, like my boys, you know what I'm saying, being around them, seeing them ball, you know what I'm saying, being able to talk to them every day and knowing that, you know what I'm saying, knowing that I eventually was gonna be able to come back, you know what I'm saying. I knew I was gonna be able to come back, but it was just like I said, just during that time period it just sucked. But just being there, my boys helped me out. Like they literally helped me out to get it, like to overcome that.
Yeah, I hear you for sure. Were you able to get your grades back up though after?
Oh yeah, you know, I got my degree, you know what I'm saying? I ended up retaking some of the classes over the summer. You know what I'm saying? That's the good thing about summer workouts. You get a chance to retake classes that you ain't do good during the semester. So
That's right.
that's something I for sure retaking like three. I retook like 3 classes that summer. Like so funny.
Take the hard classes in the summer.
Yeah, take the hard
But
classes in the summer. We learned that. Yeah, we learned that
come
late,
season, I
but
want to take the
yeah,
kosher classes. I want to keep my
facts.
mind locked on the prize.
Take the hard classes over summer because they gonna give you half of the stuff. It ain't gonna be the full. They ain't gonna give you half of the stuff, and then it's just easier to pass that way.
Yeah.
I hear you.
That's good. So I got something for you, Juice. So which this could be both of y'all if you want to jump in too, Jeff. Which SEC defensive back gave you the toughest matchup? Like I
Oh
always
yeah, that's a
ask,
good question.
anytime we have a basketball player on, I always say, "What's the toughest person you've ever had to guard?" So I'm flipping it. Toughest DB that you played, and then what did you learn from it whenever you
That's a
played
good
that guy?
question. Good question. Good question.
That's very good. I've never even told Jeff this. But Minka Fitzpatrick.
Oh yeah, but you were killing his ass though.
Yeah, yeah.
You did your thing that Bama game though.
I
Hey,
was
you talking
out
about
there
at Bama? At Bama,
with
right?
at Bama.
Yeah, at
At
Bama.
Bama.
Yeah. I remember that game. Nah, but
I
nah,
went out there.
Minka was that guy though.
That guy. That
Minka was that
guy.
guy. Minka was that guy.
What I learned that game just from playing Alabama that year in general, just the West, even just the West in their game. Say that's when Saban is there. Saban is, he's at the peak. You know what I'm saying? All of the guys are there. Reuben Foster, man,
Ooh.
some guys. But not Reuben Foster, but Minka Fitzpatrick. This DB right here, he was not only just obviously athletically gifted, but he was a smart player as well. And being coached under Nick Saban, the scheme in which they're doing, the defenses that they're doing, it was much different than a lot.
Oh no.
They got some,
My
but
boy,
they playing man coverage.
my boy don't answer the Boondocks.
Yeah,
Oh man, can you hear me?
You like in and out a little bit, brother.
All right. Oh man, all right.
We can hear you now. We can hear you now.
All right, let's see if we can stay.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, all right. All right. So yeah, y'all holla. Yeah,
We can hear you.
If y'all
We can hear you. We can hear you, bro. We can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay, but I would say with Minka Fitzpatrick, that Alabama game and the schemes and everything that they were doing, they were not only just obviously physically built, but their mentality and then their IQ of the game. From that game, I knew we couldn't just win with just running a route, but we have to win with setting them up. We gotta have a plan with everything that we're doing. So that game really put everything to the test. And so I would say from that game, and again, that's all we always wanted to compete. We always want the best. And that game was the game that I feel that we got all of the above. So I'll say So I'll go back again and say that Minka Fitzpatrick from Bama.
Nice.
Jeff, you
Man,
got one?
I got two, man. I gotta name two guys. I ain't gonna lie. So
Okay.
the first guy is Quincy Wilson at Florida. And the only reason I'm gonna name him is because he knew that all I was gonna do was just go deep in the game.
Yep.
So going against him, he didn't play nothing short. He literally played everything deep.
Yeah.
So that in itself was just tough. I'm just like, man, I can't really do nothing. This guy's already running. He already running while I'm going. So it was tough. It was tough. And then the second guy, which is probably who I got the most respect for, that I went out of all the DBs I went against, is Cam Sutton at Tennessee. He's the guy that, man, I had the utmost respect for him. He had the utmost respect for me. He was a guy that literally will be running routes. He'll tell me like, yo, bro, like, good shit, or I'll tell him good job. But you know what I'm saying? It was just like the respect was just there, and I knew like I had to come with it with him. So that's them the two names that jump out of me was Quincy Wilson and Cam Sutton. Those are two DBs
solid.
right there. Yeah, two solid guys.
Yeah. And I mentioned Florida. I mean, could you just talk about that 2014 game? I know it winning against Florida, of course, lost in triple overtime to Florida in 2014. But could you
cheated us? They cheated us.
Say they cheated us. I was
delay a game.
Man,
delay a game.
That would have. That was the only thing that would have made that game. Yeah, that was the icing on the cake. You know, we walking out there with a W. I'm licking my fingers like Jameis Winston. Man, that game right there. I'll tell you this, man. That entire week, I'm not sure how many tickets that the boys that the guys they get now. But Jeff will tell you, man, this entire week we are sweeping, just everybody. If you're not
everybody, use your ticket right. You're not from Florida, give up your tickets right now.
Let me get your tickets. I need those tickets for my family. So I think by the end of it all, I think I collected probably like 40 plus tickets for the game for my family. Yeah. So my family, they came up deep. They all got the juice shirts on. And this game right here, because of the whole Florida situation, the whole Florida story, this was my one. And let me tell you, I went out there early, man. They got a nice sound system out there, just like every other SEC, any SEC stadium. So I'm singing the songs. I'm rapping the songs, and I'm feeling. And I got some stuff to get out. As I'm rapping the songs, I start getting lightheaded. So I'm like, all right, Juice, relax. So I took it back a little bit. Just to calm my composure, really get dialed in again to the task at hand. And man, I knew that was gonna be my game. Going back to it, actually Merrill, he was the one. Whenever we would play Florida, he was all right, Juice. We got Florida this week.
He's always say that. He's always come up and say that. All right, we got Florida this week.
That's right. We got Florida this week. Talking to all the Florida boys.
Yep.
So man, after that first catch, and I think it's funny, probably at least 3-4 of those guys in the secondary. We played with them in high school on a 7-on-7 All-Star team.
Yep.
And so I think, I think that's crazy. And man, that after that first touchdown, I couldn't have, man, that was nobody but God, because I couldn't have drew that up any better. From the story, from them telling me all of the, that I ain't good enough, to, my family being there, down to everything, to the game that I had. Again, I wish we would have walked away with a dub.
Yeah.
But that game right there, and I'll tell y'all this, one of my favorite catches that game was not even a touchdown. Obviously, the first touchdown, but one of them wasn't even a touchdown. It's when we were pinned in Florida. We were pinned in Florida's our goal line. We're going out, and we were within the 5-yard line, within like 5 yards. It's maybe like 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, and we threw a seam through the middle of the field on third down, and it was just a big time catch just to get us out of that tight situation.
Yeah.
And that right there, the touchdowns, those, that's lit. But that right there, I'm like, okay, like hell yeah, like we doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like we doing this.
Mhm.
So after that, man, that game gave me that game changed my life. I tell people that's when I went from Garrett to Juice.
Yeah.
And I had some had some good times after that. Right, they
Yeah.
had some good times after
Yeah, for sure. I
that.
felt like it was a breakout game for you along with Stanley Boone Williams. Like Stanley Boone.
Ooh, that boy, boom, boy.
Boom. Electric.
Electric, bro. That 14 class, y'all boy came in swinging.
Man, came out on a
Yeah, y'all
mission.
boys came out swinging. 14 class.
Hmm. I agree.
Yeah, so Jeff, you were named in 2016 the captain. How did you embrace that leadership role?
Man, it was something that I seen, growing up watching the game, seeing guys go out for the coin toss. You know what I'm saying? It was something that I seen when I got there. My freshman year, I remember seeing who the first one I seen, Avery Williamson and Bud Dupree and them go out and do it. So me being able to be blessed with that honor, you know what I'm saying? It was amazing going out there and being able to see what was said, you know what I'm saying? Being able to see how my coaches felt about me, how my teammates felt about me. It literally just go down to all the hard work that you put in, you know what I'm saying? Being able to like just showing up every day, you know what I'm saying? Captains gotta be able to show up every day.
Yep.
It ain't something that's just given to anybody that's just, you know what I'm saying, that's just there. So it was something that I can proudly say that I was being able to become a member of. Like I said, it was just something that I was grateful.
9 times too.
Oh yeah.
A lot,
Nine
a lot of
times,
times.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good
Amazing.
stuff. So, Juice, speaking on leadership a little bit, outside of maybe some of the top names, who were some of the guys that in the locker room you could kind of look to that were the biggest leaders in your time at UK? That whether they were vocal leaders or leaders by how they played, whatever, just something that like the type of teammates they were that they just had like the leadership built in with them.
Yeah, for sure. I would say one, Steven, Steven Johnson
Yes.
was
Yes.
he practiced what he preached. Everything that that was someone that you could follow, and especially being your quarterback, man. From he'll work hard, he'll run the last sprint with you, he'll do an extra sprint with you. Um, you know what I mean, and things like that. Him, I would say, Nick Haynes.
Oh yeah,
Those
man. Good names.
Nick Haynes, man, on the old line, man, just the energy and the passion that he brought. Punchy, those guys, the energy and the passion that those guys brought. We called them hogs. We called them hogs. They was in the trenches there, but those guys, they were fun, and just like I said about Steven, hey, those guys would get out there too and put the same work in.
Mhm.
So seeing that, man, it's like you always got someone that's willing to go to war with you. And then seeing that, man, just seeing others go hard, it does something to you. So just makes me want to continue, just to continue picking up on that energy. So I would definitely say those guys, Stevie, and then obviously, I'm not talking about Jeff, but obviously Jeff, JoJo, all of those guys. We pushed each other. We pushed each other, and I guess
Yeah.
I should mention that on here. We
Yeah.
did, man. We pushed each other. It
Push
was
each other. Yeah.
Mhm.
and it was real. Everything that we did, it was real. It was in the dark. So it was, this was even before all the social media and all these
Yeah.
things. So we couldn't even post everything that we were doing there. But
Yeah. Crazy,
this was
bro.
all right, bro. That's right, man. So it's all
Yeah.
behind the scenes. But
Yeah.
man, that group right there, that group right there, I would definitely say that. I would say those guys.
Hmm. Understood. And then just talking to you a little bit, or both of you too, really. Outside the Louisville win, what's another favorite memory or moment from your Kentucky career?
Man. I ain't even playing this game. That South Carolina game was lit.
Oh man.
Uh, Man, what was some other one? Yeah, I remember. No, not even. I remember. Well, people don't realize that. So when we beat, cause I remember JoJo brought this up. It was a great point. So when we beat South Carolina, in 2014, that big game JoJo had, and Bud Dupree had the pick six. But I remember the following year though, we had to go to South Carolina. It was at South Carolina,
Yeah.
and I remember that year they didn't think that they thought it was a fluke.
Mhm.
I think going in, I think going into South Carolina that following year and getting that dub there, and ultimately making Steve Spurrier retire. I think that was kind of that was huge. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was something. Yeah, that was something that was huge. That I remember. That was one big win.
Yeah. Definitely Steve Spurrier still hates Kentucky because he still talks about us all the time.
Yeah, cause like, bro, he's such an old head. He just got that Florida mindset when he was at Florida, and they used to run us
Yep.
down to the ground. So he was thinking he was going to go to South Carolina do the same thing. Like, nah, but Stoop troops in here now, man.
No, yeah, it's over,
You know what I'm saying? We got the
sir.
Stoop
Yep.
troops in here now.
Yeah, dude, Steve Spurrier.
That's
I'm
right. That's right.
maybe they
Yeah,
that one
man.
year. Uh, I know I know it's probably a little touchy subject because, UK fans didn't like it, but what went into your decision on transferring to Oklahoma, and what did you take from your time at Kentucky into the Big 12?
Man, that's a loaded question, man, because I've been I've been really contemplating on like, do I really want to tell like the real story? But I still been trying to really wait and see when I really want to do that because it was a lot that went into it. You know what I'm saying? Where um ultimately I didn't really see like eye to eye with coaches. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really I was an older guy at the time, and I kind of envisioned myself being this type of player, and me and the coach really didn't see eye to eye. So it's kind of you know what I'm saying, kind of bumping heads on that sense. Even though that year was obviously my best college career, but it was kind of still something that was kind of missing. I feel like we you know what I'm saying, we could have did more and more and more. So ultimately it was just something that I felt like I just needed a refresh in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was just you know what I'm saying, a lot of behind the scenes stuff that people didn't know what was going on, you know what I'm saying? Where a lot of I was bumping heads with coaches and stuff, you know what I'm saying? We was getting into it, and things was, you know what I'm saying, things was said back and forth to where like I felt like I had to kind of rebuild my brand in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Got to go out and, you know what I'm saying, get a fresh start. And also
Yep.
too though, you know, in this football stuff, a lot of stuff with comes down to it with connections, you know what I'm saying? Being able to build a relationship with people. So I was able to go and, you know what I'm saying, build a relationship with, you know what I'm saying, Baker Mayfield, Mark Andrews, Orlando Brown, Hollywood, CD. Like there's so many guys, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, that I can that I can name. Even coaches, Coach Riley, Coach Stoops, Bob Stoops, you know what I'm saying, being able to be around him as well. So you know what I'm saying? It was a, you know what I'm saying? It was a learning experience. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It started out good, but it didn't end it the way I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, politics got into it. You know what I'm saying? It's just the name of the game. Something that I wasn't really accustomed to at the time, but something that I kind of had to, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, realize that, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of politics that go into this football thing and stuff like that. So it just really getting into like the space of control, what you can control. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, put a smile on your face, and you know what I'm saying, still treat everybody the same. You know what I'm saying? Don't treat nobody different. You know what I'm saying? And keep faith, you know what I'm saying, keeping God first, and just knowing that everything will work out the way it should be. So like I said, it was a big learning experience. I was able to build lifelong connections with guys, you know what I'm saying, and just being able to still, you know what I'm saying, being able to plan, being able to call myself a Big 12 championship, you know what I'm saying, you know, we won the
Yeah.
Big 12 championship, so being able to say that, being able to play in the granddaddy of the Mall Bowl, the Rose Bowl, being able to experience that, you know what I'm saying? So it was just
Mhm.
being able to just create new memories, you know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
just and then also too, the one thing that made it so special as well is that my boys supported me 1,000%. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
all my boys supported me 1,000%. It wasn't not one of them was just like, nah, man, I ain't no. Like all of
Mhm.
them respected my decision. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it was ultimately for me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't for anybody else. So yeah, man. Like I said, it was. You know what I'm saying? It was just fun times, man. Fun times.
Yeah, I'm sure that makes
Hey,
it a whole
hey,
lot easier. There it is.
tell that boy I played the game, man.
There it is.
Yeah, there we go.
That's there.
Eee.
There we
So
go.
that other one, T. Ooh, that
Yeah, 100.
Missouri? No, that's South Carolina. South Carolina, Missouri.
Yeah, we got South Carolina,
Hey,
Love,
and I
love it.
traded a few of them. This was Mizzou. We got South Cat right here. What we
Mhm.
got here? I think this was that. I don't know who. I don't know what game. I don't know what when that. I don't know what game that was. I think that might have been
let
a
me
year
see.
prior.
Let me
A
see.
year
I think I
prior
got
there.
mine. I got these up.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yes,
You're low.
sir.
Bro, this is
Yes,
this was
sir.
this was my first. This is my first college catch.
First college.
That's awesome.
Man.
My first catch. Literally my first catch.
Uh-huh.
Hey, and then you remember I was telling you guys about the watch.
Oh yeah, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, clock in.
Locked in.
So
That's awesome.
Jeff.
So with you, Jeff, you did mention the granddaddy of them all. I got to ask about the game because I believe that to be the greatest college football game of all time. Like I know there's some
that
old ones that people talk
hey, that
about, but
game was crazy, bro.
Crazy. I was
so what's kind of like a I mean, I feel like you could probably talk about the game for like a year.
Right.
So like what's kind of the takeaway? Because like both sides, you named some dudes on Oklahoma that are vets in the NFL now, like
Still
that are
playing,
just
right.
been
Still playing, right.
yeah, Georgia had crazy players. It was young coaches both sides, like Lincoln's first
Yes.
year.
Lincoln's first
Um,
year, yup.
yeah, what's like just your overall just thoughts on that game, just that game in general?
Man, so I just remember this gonna sound funny, bro. I remember trying In and Out on a food truck for the first time. And it was probably like the best thing I ever tasted, bro. They gave us two free burgers.
That's clutch.
Nah, yeah, man, that week was just crazy. Just being able to, I think that was my second. I think at that time that probably my second time in Cali. Um, Being able just to be out there, some of the stuff that they had for us, going to Disneyland, and I think we went to like an improv comedy show, funny comedians. Leading up to that day, it was just crazy. But the game itself was just, man, I don't know. It was like I said, the word I could just describe it was just crazy. Like it was just super packed. They had all type of celebrities there, man, especially on the Georgia sideline. Like the whole damn near Atlanta was out there. It was crazy. I
Quavo was
remember,
there.
yeah, the
Quavo.
Migos. I was saying the
Yo.
Migos. What's it called? Ghost from Power. He was there. I remember seeing him. Um, but yeah, so like I said, the game. So the game itself. So I'm not even gonna lie, you guys. That first half, I was getting ready to be like, I was getting ready to send tickets to my people. Like, yo, we playing. We finna go against Alabama in Atlanta. Cause no, I think we was up like 31. Well, we kind of made a mistake. We were supposed to be up 31-13 at halftime. I think Lincoln Riley told the kicker to do something, and then Georgia ended up getting like a late field goal at the end of the half. Was kind of like through the momentum. It's like we just gave him a lot of momentum going into halftime.
Yep.
And then the second half, it was the Sony Michelle and Nick Chubb show. Like it was just crazy,
Yeah.
bro. Like it was just the Sony Michelle and Nick Chubb. So like them boys were just going ham. And then it got to a point where they literally was just scoring back and forth. Like, bro, it was just crazy. Like, I don't know, but it was just crazy. But then I remember like I said, they got sacked, and I remember crying that game. I was just like, because I remember going in the locker room, I'm just like, damn, like college is over. Like
Yeah.
it hit me. I was just like, damn, like my college career over. Like it's done. Like that's it. It was just wild. But it was fun having my brother. My brother came to the game. You know what I'm saying? It was lit. My girlfriend at the time she came to the game as well. So just being able to like not even for myself, but being able to have like my family being able to experience those things. I think that was amazing experience. This football stuff has been so good to me. You know what I'm saying? I've been able to show my mom different things, show my dad different things, my brother, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
like I said, it was just it was an amazing experience. I kind of wish we can get that game back, man. Because like I said, that was literally I feel like that was the best Oklahoma team to win a championship. Like I know we had like a lot of good teams. I know we had a lot of good teams after that, but literally that was the year that we were supposed to win the chip. Like I think we would have went in. I think we would have went in and handled Bama if we would have handled Georgia. But
I agree.
yeah,
And
then
it's
also
very
and then
rare.
yeah, very rare.
No, go ahead.
No,
What were you-
my last one was just gonna be I remember we was playing Georgia, and I remember the guys were just like, come on, I played that Georgia team already like the year before at Kentucky. Like them guys, I played them like literally the year before. So I just remember the guys were like, oh man, you already played the team, like you in the SEC, so you should know about this. And then I remember the coach coming up to me like, man, I know you played this game, like you can give us any pointers or that's one thing I do remember.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was about to say it's very rare for me. Like being a diehard Kentucky fan, like I remember so many like games where I was, who I was with. It's very rare outside of Kentucky. That game, I remember like where I was, who I was with. Like that
Yeah, bro,
game.
that game, that game was crazy, bro.
Yeah. It
That
honestly
game was
reminded me
crazy.
of Ohio State versus Georgia a couple years ago.
Yeah, the
Oh
same
man,
thing. Yeah,
yeah,
same thing, bro.
yeah.
Same
Yep,
thing.
crazy game. We have a couple more questions, then we'll get into our rapid reacts where we ask you all quick questions, quick answers. Just
Yeah.
talking to you a little bit more off the field. I know you've given back through community work. What drives you to stay connected with kids and Special Olympics athletes, Jeff?
Oh man, so I know G can contest to this. Literally, the easiest way to handle it being done with football is
Yep,
literally pouring back into the youth.
yep,
That's literally what we find peace in it. You know what I'm saying? You got guys that be like, oh man, we all struggle with, you know what I'm saying, after the life after football, you know what I'm saying?
right,
We all went through that struggle. But honestly, being able to pour back into the kids, literally the next generation that's up after us,
Yep.
is literally what's helping, you know what I'm saying, was literally giving me peace. And not playing football, but also just still being around it, just being able to put guys on game, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Being able to learn different type of player, being able
Yep.
to see and then
Great
also
knowledge.
too one thing, like I said, you can contest it, he gonna give you his spill. But also too though, you get a sense of just being able to kind of compare yourself as well to the kids and be like, oh, when I was your age, I
Yeah.
was pretty locked in, you know what I'm saying, around your age. And you get some guys that just you're still going through the motion, you're still trying to figure out if football is for them, you know what I'm saying, is that like that. So
mhm,
it just pretty much it kind of get just you get it we like kind of in the backseat role, you know what I'm saying? We be able to sit, we been able to sit back and kind of look at the kids and be like, oh that kid right there, he got it. Oh that kid right
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
maybe in a couple of years it'll stick to him, maybe not, you know, stuff like that. So like I
mhm,
said, it's just pretty much been an amazing thing, just being able to still be around the kids and just literally just teach them everything that we was taught, you know what I'm saying, and also learn from them as well too. We learning from the kids as well too. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? Especially in them growing up in this generation, it's way different. It's a lot. It's very much digital now. You know what I'm saying? Everything is content in a
Yep.
sense. You know what I'm saying? Everything has got to be posted. Everything got to be this and that. So they kind of getting us in that too as well. You know what I'm saying? Getting us into the content space, being able to be more open with ourselves. Because we living in a world now where you can kind of be more open with yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of be more
mhm.
vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? They kind of trying to push that. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's just been a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Just being able to be around the kids.
That's
Let
good.
my boy G hit his field.
That's a good answer, bro. Uh,
Yes, sir, bro.
man, yeah, I would man, I would go I would say the same thing there. Definitely that same thing, man. It's this is something I recently heard. I do work with a lot, just like a lot of football camps, Under Armour, all those guys that come down here now in the Orlando area. Um and there was a coach. He said this right here. He said football players. I'm not sure if y'all heard this before. Jeff, I'm sure you may have heard it. He said football players have two deaths.
Mm,
One when football is done, and then your natural death.
mm,
And I never wanted, there was a lot of players that went before us.
Mhm.
And, after their tenure, time at Kentucky, if it didn't pan out to be more football after that, then, then there were a lot of, just, people, it's kind of like MIA, you know what I mean? Like you don't hear from them anymore, after the last football picture that they posted, you know
Mhm.
what I mean? With the L's down, the Instagram, like you don't see it no more.
you don't see it no
So,
more. No more posts.
so
Yeah.
yeah, so I'll tell you this, and just something funny. I was like, man, like I like getting fly. I like putting on clothes. Me and Jeff, we like doing all these different things. So it's like my Instagram not stopping. Just when I'm done with football,
Right.
but even but on a real life, real something. Even more truth is like we're bigger than football. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It sometimes takes you to go through it for you to have that realization,
Mhm.
and then you look back and realize I am so much bigger than the game that I was playing. But and then I think, and Jeff said it perfect, pouring into others. It's like, man, the more you pour into others, the less you kind of forget, the less you kind of forget about what it is that you're dealing with,
Mhm.
especially if it's in a positive, impactful way. So really seeing the fruits of the seeds that we're planting to the next generation, to whoever it is that's willing and open to hearing whatever it is that we have to give them. It's something that, again, that gives us peace, and it's in our hearts, and it's football. You know what I mean? So it's like we can do this all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Great
how.
answer. Hey,
Yeah.
real quick, G, I want you to point this out on the podcast real quick, bro. Is how you was able to create your brand built on faith.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah,
That
for
pouring
sure.
back into the, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Being able
For
to
talk
pour back
sure.
about
into the
that.
kids.
For sure,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah, thanks for reminding me on that, man. After the football career, man, as we know, it can be a lot of ups and downs. You know, Chris, Cam, y'all talk to a lot of athletes, and they go through a lot. You know, it's not just football, but sports in general. Though, you know, we spent 4 years together just as kids. You know, literally as kids, being
Right.
ridiculed by the fans and whatever, as well as them clapping and doing all of those things. So, to anyone, a lot of positivity, a lot of claps and trophies and, just all of these things that can start doing something to your mind. You know what I'm saying? It can start doing something to your mind and thinking, and again, I don't want to preach, but you can start thinking that all of that stuff is you. So going through it and really getting used to that stuff. And then, once it's removed, it's like, again, now what? And I think going through it, the name of the name of my training company now is it's called Built on Faith Sports. And the reason for that being so is, there's a lot of sports ain't stopping,
Yeah.
but everything is constantly changing. And if your main reason is to play whatever game it is for something that's constantly changing, that's not solid. That's not a solid foundation.
Mhm.
So the only thing that I could, and y'all tell me if there's anything else, the only thing that I could find true in a firm foundation, something that does not change is Christ. So
That's it.
Colossians 3:23. I can't quote the verse, but I think it's, work whatever you do, like you work, do it as if you're doing it for the Lord. So that right there, even that, it's like, man, nothing about that is changing. If I decide to work out tomorrow or not, that may change.
Yeah.
But he ain't changing, So that's what gets me going. And yeah, I can't lose like that.
I can't remember the
Yeah.
exact Bible verse, but one of my favorites is "For he must increase and I must decrease," talking about
Mm.
Good.
John
Amen.
3:30.
That's
John
good.
3:30, I believe. Yeah.
John 3:30, I think.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
That's
good.
that's good
good.
stuff. I love that. I didn't even I meant to ask you about that too, but so I'm glad Jeff brought that up. That's so good. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Amazing, man. You just finished what, your ninth year camp? 10th year? Ninth?
Yeah,
Ninth?
yeah,
Yeah, just that.
yeah, yeah. I'm a year nine or year
Amazing.
nine or
Year
10.
nine. Year nine on this camp. Amazing,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Well, that wraps up the interview with both Garrett Juice Johnson and Jeff Badet, and it was a great time we had with him, and hopefully we'll have more guests in the future.
Yeah, no, that was a blast. Those two legends. I mean, they talked early on in that how Juice is up on the wall, Jeff Badet blazed away. Like those are two guys that we grew up watching and absolutely love. So I hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah, why not us? They changed the program for sure. Got to Mark Stoops to their first ever bowl game. Sadly, they couldn't get a bowl win under Mark Stoops, but still a great time talking with them.
Yeah, those two are awesome. Hopefully, like we talked about once we got off, hopefully they'll be back on. Maybe
Yeah,
in person, maybe just zooming again, but awesome guys.
yeah, hopefully we'll have them back. But thank you all again for watching on YouTube and listening on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. But this is Chris Beesmore and
And Cameron Waddle.
signing out. Thank you all for watching and listening with Conversations with Chris and Cameron.